changed in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
With the catch, it's ball. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, gutsy call that time by the offense. They're going an option on 3rd and long, and the defense is going to watch the film. They're going to be kicking themselves. Nobody was accounting for the quarterback. That was an easy read and decision for him to go get the first down and keep this drive alive.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. Handoff to the single back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to the ground game on the left. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Hard running there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
It'll be third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Gator! First score of the game goes up. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride, and that's why he gets the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. There's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To the wideout. Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. from the shotgun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Wolverines have a lot of options on second and inches. On the run, it's Haynes. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Power football with the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Klein. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. That's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. That's caught. It's McCulley. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Lagway. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. He's stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Lost to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gators decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Underwood. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Get it out to the supersonic guy.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right down the middle. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points.
Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease, it's ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Under fire. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't get, and runs through another guy. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simpson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Going to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half when you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, a big key for the defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Moore. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Lets it fly. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
On fourth down, going to the air. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
That makes the score Michigan 17, Florida 7.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They'll run play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You've got to keep giving him the football.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
If you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running behind that left side. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's ball. Finding an escape route. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to pass. It's Glagway. Gets it out fast. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep, and he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's ball. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the tailback. Runs through the tackle.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Caught close to the marker. It's ball. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for it all. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
This one's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the second time we've called his number, called his name, like his second catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He'll take a shot. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. An 84-yard drive there, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.